Hey guys, so it's the weekend, so I'm coming to you with no makeup and wet hair, the life of a teacher over the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to make this a separate video. I might, because I just want to put out more videos. So I'll probably put this up in the middle of the week, since I just put up my second week of school this morning. It is Sunday, and today's the first day that I'm sitting down and kind of looking at school stuff. Yesterday, I went with my boyfriend's family and we went tubing down the river, and it was so relaxing and so needed. We got caught in a little rainstorm, but it was pretty fun. And now today, as you can see behind me, I've sorted a bunch of papers out. So I will show you them in just a moment, but it's not all stuff I have to grade. It's just stuff I want to look through so I can pull small groups. It's just all the work from last week because I fell a little bit behind. So I'm gonna get my booty in gear. Someone told me that phrase I said, nip it in the butt. I never knew it was nip it in the bud. I never knew that was the phrase. I always thought it was butt, which is weird, I know. But good to know it's not. Thank you. And apparently it's a misconception and a lot of people say it wrong. So that's funny. But yeah, let me show you what is all over my floor. So this is mostly math stuff because our morning work is math and our homework is math. So I collect their homework, I collect their morning work, and I collect their independent work, and I go through it to see where they're at. We go over some of it, but I still collect it because some of them don't change their answers, or if I see that they have, it's just good to check up with them. So I sorted everything into the piles, and some of it I've already gone through. Just need to take a look at that. So that is what I'm working on right now. But before I get to that, and you are sitting on my table since the bottom of my camera is broken, I really want to get the Canon G7X Mark II. It's like $600 the bundle I'm looking at on Amazon. Let me know if you guys think I should, or if this quality's fine. I don't know. I just have really wanted the best camera for so long, and I mean, this camera was $300 and it came with extra batteries and a memory card, and it was a whole bundle, so it was definitely worth it. But I just really want that camera. So let me know if you think it'll be worth it, or if this is fine. I'm sure most of you will say this is fine, but maybe if YouTube goes well for me this month and I have some extra to spare from my loans, then not like used loans to pay for it, but once I pay for my loans with the money I make from YouTube, because you guys watching my video right now are the reason I can pay my loans, so thank you. It means the absolute world to me. That's also why I want to put out more videos, because more videos means I have a better chance of earning enough money to pay my loans for that month. So that's the story of this. But besides the point, let me know if I should get that camera or not. So I wanted to share with you the teacher trove. This is a new teacher subscription box that has just come out. So you know how I tried the teacher's crate? Well, I thought might as well show you guys all the options that are out there right now. So let me open this up. So before I jump into this subscription service is $39 a month, and they do have a mini trove box, which is only $19. So I don't know what's in here. We're going to find out together and see if it really is worth $39. The stuff that you see in this box, they do, what is wrong with my lighting? There we go. They do sell like singularly on their website, so I'll link everything down below. And if this turns out to be great, and if you want to purchase a box for next month, you can use the code 4th and get 10% off that $39. So let's see. So on top is this little brochure. It says, "Hey Trover, thanks a million for subscribing to our first box. You'll be delighted." So this is their first box ever. "We have spent hours upon hours searching the internet, emailing companies, smaller vendors, and artists to find unique items that you don't have the time to go looking for yourself. We have started building relationships with large companies like Pilot and Joann's and smaller Pilot pens, independent shops, and Etsy sellers." This is so exciting. Okay, so I don't want to look at the rest because I don't want to know what's in here, but to the world you may just be a teacher, but to your students you are a star. So this is the Trover Toolkit Back to School. And I don't want to look at the card because I believe it says what's on there, but there's some sparkly confetti tissue paper on the top. Oh, and everything's wrapped in tissue paper. Okay, so the first thing I see are these binder clips, which are amazing. I believe that's what they're called, but you know, these things. They have little emoji faces on them, which is hilarious. I've never seen ones like that, but these are always handy. And that's just a little container, which is sweet, and my battery's gonna die. Awesome. Okay, so I've been going through my papers while my camera was charging, and clearly my hair has dried. So let's get back to what is in this box. Ooh. So we have a metal organizing bin. So it's like a bright reddish coral on the inside, white on the outside, and then it has this like grip on the bottom so it doesn't slide. And there's another one here. This one is not as tall. So just some organizing bins. I wonder if it says inside here. Oh, add color to your drawers and desktop with these stackable metal organizers. Bins are sized to mix and match and have a protective base to keep them firmly in place. Available in other sizes and colors at 3x3.com. So this is a looks like a brand from Seattle. Oh, that's pretty neat. Okay, so they're fit to stack on top of each other. Cool. Okay. So you can put like, this is actually perfect for my parent volunteer who runs our copies. I could put all the paper clips on top, and then the sticky notes and pens in the bottom, because she uses those to put our copies together, and then she can just take the little kit and go. Awesome. Okay, so now we have Up Courage cards. It says fantastic, and it has a fan on it. And there's a lot of fantastic cards. And then it says sweet. And then it says awesome. So they're just pre-made cards that have cute sayings on them. And it says Up Courage cards. Have a student who's really improved level up her courage by writing a personalized note on one of these 3x3 cards. Oh, so they're for a little cute little note. The fun designs and weight of these cards will feel more special to your student than a post-it note. This trove includes a pack of 30, 10 of each of the designs. If you'd like to order more, they're available on our website for $4.99. So you can write on here. See, teacher subscription boxes are nice because maybe you'll get the things that you don't usually think about, or something that you never thought about trying, and you can try it out. Next I have, oh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm not like, I don't know, pencil bags and makeup bags, like I don't always find them the cutest, but this is adorable. This is a Molly and Rex pencil bag. I don't know why, this is just so cute. It says introducing your new #1 place for carrying #2s. This 9.5 by 4 inch old school canvas pencil bag with coordinating printed interior is the perfect size for carrying a few supplies for a meeting or parent conference. That's so true. I go to meetings all the time and forget to bring a pen, or I don't bring anything. Or I bring a pencil, but I need to sign my name, so I need a pen. So this is going to be my meeting pencil box, pencil case. and it's a canvas material that's like heavy duty and nice. I love how they work with Pilot because Pilot makes the Frixion pens. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got a free sample. Write fearlessly and flawlessly with Frixion from Pilot. Okay, this is the erasable highlighter. And I actually, that's funny because I actually bought a pack of these last year because I was teaching my kids how to correct their math word problems with them. So I can add this to my pencil box, but it's just a regular highlighter. And then the eraser is just like this plastic material that does not wear down. So it will always stay there and nothing comes off. It's not like a crumbly eraser or anything, which is really nice. So these do work. I do have these already. These are really cool. I really want to try the clickable Frixion erasable pens. I hope they're in there. Okay, so now I have a G2, America's go-to pen, a Pilot G2. What is this? This is Pilot as well because they are working with the company. So this is a dry erase marker made from recycled content and it is refillable. Do not remove except replacing when to refill. Interesting. It's not like aesthetically pleasing at all. Like this packaging looks like it's like an ink cartridge that you don't want to mess with. It reminds me of these really old pens that my grandma has. Old markers, like old time expo markers smell, but whatever. 91% recycled content, which is neat. I'll have to bring this to school and see how the whiteboard function of it actually works. And then we have some pencils. Oh, I love sweet sayings, guys. Think good thoughts, believe and succeed. Yes, you can. Glass half full studio, but they're like a pastel color and they're painted on there. So that's not like plastic, which is good because those don't really go into the pencil sharpener. Stay positive with a set of 6 pencils from Glass Half Full Studio, a mother-daughter team out of Cleveland, Ohio. Glass Half Full Studio is a proud supporter of Pencils of Promise, an organization dedicated to building schools, providing quality education, and increasing knowledge about water, sanitation, and hygiene for children in developing countries. That's cool. So I feel like this box is something that Megan from Too Cool for Middle School would really like. I feel like she's all about those companies who are holistic and do the right thing and use products that are recyclable and, oh, I can't think of the word right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I feel like this is a box that Megan would really like. So Megan, if you're watching, I feel like these products are meant for you. And then finally, there is this, Grammar Rules notebook with plain pages. It says, the Grammar Rules notebook from Newton and the Apple shows that you're proud to be a grammar geek. This has my name all over it. Oh my gosh. Perfect for jotting quick notes or dedicated use with a writer's group or book club. And if your students forget those grammar rules, just flash the cover to remind them. And they're on Etsy. People. Owlish Gray. Oh, so the cover is like all your misspelled words. There, and there. Lay and lie. Have and of. Further and farther. It's and its. Principle and principle. Then and than. Who, that, and which. Into and... Oh, that's so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the pages inside are just plain and it's just a really, like, this is thick cardstock, this cover. So it's just a very simple, like, notebook. That's cute. And that is all that is inside. One of the most exciting things about the beginning of the new school year is meeting a brand new group of awesome kiddos. There are so many ways that we can take time to really learn who these little humans are before jumping into the curriculum. I try to find new ways to do this each year. Here are a few fun activities I found that I wanted to share with you. Oh, that's so cute. So each month, the Trover Toolkit will offer some activities or conversation starters to help you build positive relationships with your students. Let us know if you have any great ideas to be featured. So then there's a bunch of games: Guess Who, Class Graph, Personal Artifact, Value Circles, Logo, License Plate, or Coat of Arms. And there's just a bunch of different, if you want to screenshot that. like get to know you activities, relationship builders to do with your students. That's really cute. I like that because you don't want to lose sight of your classroom and why you do what you do. So these are all like unknown companies besides Pilot here, and a bunch of little neat things to try out. I'm really curious actually about the mini box because I'd much rather spend $20 than almost $40 a month. Like I said, it's $39, and I mean, these are good quality products. If you have the money to do a subscription service like this, I mean, I would go for it. It's good to like get cute little things like this to put in your prize box or to even give out to a student who's been struggling. But I'll be interested to see what they have in the future boxes. The code for 10% off is 4th, and that will be down below. Let me know what you guys think of this subscription service compared to the Teacher's Crate one, and if you have any other subscription services for teachers that you know about. So here is my stack, and it doesn't look that big. No, it's big. Of different papers throughout last week. Morning work, homework, independent work that kids got one or more wrong on that I feel need reteaching. Let's just say, look at all those circled. I wish I looked at this sooner. I think because no one was asking me questions, I thought everyone was getting it and they were working. I can't forget that just because someone is working, especially with math equations that you can write down a number and it looks like you're doing it correctly, I need to make sure my kids are working. So now, I mean, working correctly, and I'm not letting them fall behind. I'm going to sort this into addition and subtraction, and then from there, I'm going to come up with some small groups and organize the same skills together. There's going to be a lot of kids that I want to teach the subtraction through zeros strategy with, where you subtract 1. So if the number is 600, you subtract 1, you change it to 599, and then at the end, once you're done subtracting, you add it back, because they're just not able to do the double regrouping or ungrouping, whatever you call it. I do have a lot also that are mixing subtraction with addition. So when they're going to regroup for subtraction, instead of taking away from the number next door, they're turning that into, like, instead of 4 turning it to 3, they're turning it to 14. So I need to separate the two. We're just moving so quickly, and unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that. I need to stay with the rest of 3rd grade. It's just the way it goes. So I'm definitely going to take the time to put in those small groups this week, stop focusing so much on reading testing, because this is so much more important than that. That will get done eventually. More during independent, like social studies work and writing. I know that those are important as well, but those are more activities that kids can do on their own. And I also need to do more during reading, because they're doing great with my reading lessons and they're doing great with math too. It's just, I think a lot of these, there's different papers from the whole week, and I think a lot of them are the same kids. So that's something I'm going to look at too. So I do like to collect all of my students' work just so I can see how they're doing at different times of the day. Morning work, independent work, homework. I can really see whose parents check over their homework with them and whose parents don't. I like to pull it, and then even though I'm not grading it, I do look through it. That way I can form my small groups from there. All of these students did not do well in subtracting across zeros, which is more than half of my class, which is to be expected. So tomorrow's lesson is supposed to be about word problems, which I've already touched on our word problem strategy. So I am going to start my lesson with the subtraction across zeros, where you subtract one and add one, which I just talked about. So I'm going to do a quick little lesson about that. And then I just went ahead and made this quick check here, exit ticket. So I'm going to cut this in half. Once I'm done with my new lesson, I'm going to have my kids solve these 4 problems and then turn this in so I can see where to go from there. These problems are directly from the sheet that they did before that I know they could not do. I'm just teaching them all a new strategy instead of pulling a small group on it. That way I can see how they do from there. So I just sorted through all of the papers I had here because some of my kids just missed a few and they're just silly mistakes. So they're small conversations I can have. So I put those to the side. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 students who got majority of the problems wrong. So I'm going to hopefully sort them into 2 small groups and figure out where they're going wrong. Like, for instance, this one student who I have all of his subtraction pages here. He's not borrowing at all. He's just 0 minus 5 is 5. 0 minus 8 is 8. Like, and on the regular subtraction too, like he borrowed on 1 of 2 of the problems on the whole page. 1 minus 2 is 0. But this is a child who also struggled with addition, so I think he's going to be one that I need to do some interventions with, more second grade focused material. So now I've split my stacks into 2 different groups. These students are not going all the way to the hundreds to ungroup a 100 into the tens and then ungroup a tens into the ones. They're forgetting to change that to a 9 and they are struggling to know where their number's coming from. They kind of just flew through this, which I think is part of the problem. Some of them might wanting to be getting done with their work because when they're done, I've been letting them get on the Chromebooks to do iReady. So we're not going to let that happen anymore. And then this group over here is just not borrowing at all. And I'm not sure why. It's just silly mistakes. So I think we will be able to solve this tomorrow. So it's a lot later now, but I just want to show you the few things that I've done to prepare for tomorrow. And there goes the wacky brightness. Oh my goodness. So I made my turkey, making the same lunch that I did last week. I have my ground turkey and I just have to drain my beans and my corn. So my lunch will be ready for tomorrow. And then into my messy office land, I went ahead and I printed out an addition word problem and a subtraction one. I'm going to make copies for the kids tomorrow and cut them so they're ready to be glued into their notebooks because I'm using PSA folders, which I will explain in my vlog next week. It's a strategy I learned through the Magic of Math bundle that I purchased. PSA, instead, I don't like cubes because I feel like it makes the kids focus on what do I have to circle, what do I have to underline, what do I have to box, and they have to memorize cubes to be able to work. Well, with PSA, it's basically just problem, solve, and answer, and it just gives them little questions to ask themselves while they're working through the problem. So I think that makes a lot more sense to think about the problem that's in front of you. So I will show you that in my vlog for next week, but that is what I've done. So I'm just going to add this to my cart. I have a bunch of copies to make tomorrow now that I've changed all my lessons a little bit, added my own spin on them, and I'm gonna pack my lunch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little weekend vlog and like to see what I do at home for school. My small groups for math, I didn't really plan like a lesson because it's just subtraction. I'm just gonna have them work on whiteboards and maybe do a couple on papers so I have just documentation, but I know the skills I'm going to focus on for both of those groups. So I'm excited to see how tomorrow goes with all this prepping I've done today. And if you want to find out, just make sure you stay tuned for my weekly teaching vlog next weekend. So usually I've been putting them up on Sundays. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.